Hello YouTube, I'm making a review today on Kenshi. Now, a lot of people might not know what Kenshi is, but it's kind of hard to explain what the game is like, really. I would have to really show you. So while the game loads up, I'm doing a preset save so I don't have to start from the beginning. And yes, I did cheat a little bit by getting a mod that lets my characters have like 99 everything, so it'd just be easy to show you guys everything. But this game is very much a squad-based RPG slash trading sim slash mercenary sim. It's really whatever you want this game to be, it can be that game. But in like a top-down RPG squad-based tactic game. It's really quite an interesting game. It's a fun game to play. But this game also requires you to figure out how to play it. Like there's a tutorial, I want to say, but it's mostly just tips and hint boxes that tell you how some of the features work, not explaining to you how to use them to their best of their ability. So you very much, it's a trial and error type game where you have to just sit down and just accept the fact that you're gonna die a lot and that you're gonna get your ass kicked a lot. In the very beginning of the game will fucking own your ass like nothing. Excuse me, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, this game will own you in the very beginning. As you can tell right now, I'm getting attacked by modded in foot people, you know, from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, I thought that would be cute, but these motherfuckers are like the devil because they are just so fierce and just always comes back. But let me show you some of the cool things that this game has to offer. So, this right here, this is your faction. More or less, and this is all the people that I have recruited optionally into my faction. So if you take a look at this and you see everybody that's in here, you can also see their stats, their limbs and body parts, and how much blood and all that shit has. If this drops too low, they might pass out or they may die. If this gets chopped off, your left arm is gone for good. And, you know, this is also a more in-depth view of the stats menu itself. Let's go to one of my main big characters. Now, you can level up this stat however you want, really. You can level up any stat you want. And there's a very good description on how to level up each stat. So, you know, it goes very far more into depth, like how to train. Like, for example, if you want better dodge, it tells you what dodge does. It shows you what its stats affected, and it shows you a way to train. And that's just by hovering over everything. This game does very well with just, you know, you just hover over something and it tells you exactly what it does. So this game does very well in that sort of sense. What it doesn't tell you is what the fuck happened to the world. So this is a post-apocalyptic world. I'm not going to try to go too far into the story of the game because, you know, that's one of the biggest points of the game, is to figure out what the fuck happened here, what type of monsters are here, what type of creatures are here. And the map, it's pretty fucking huge. Let me tell you, getting from point A, which is here, to point B, which would probably be up here, is next to or near impossible without, you know, going into combat, fighting somebody, especially with a big bound of people. Like, this big squad of people who are very low trained, need to eat food because they get hungry. It's just like a logistic nightmare. So getting from point A to point B is fun, but difficult as all living hell if they're low level. Like, one of my lowest level guys, 19 attack, which is horrible. They can only fend off like the lowest of bandits and defend against like the lowest of bandits as well. I haven't even made it to like the bottom section of the map. Like, I don't even know what the hell is down here, and I have over 66 hours in this game. 66 hours, and I'm still learning new things about the game. So that's big big selling point in my eyes that the game has. Another amazing thing that this game does really well is the way that they layer the storytelling into the game. So, you could go up to like any one of the main factions, and the main factions, let me just bring them up. Factions right here. So these are some of the main factions in the game and minor factions. And every time you go to like another town, another base, another military outpost, you see these factions and you see how they interact with the world around them and how they interact with you. And it's just like it's amazing to see like how each relationship with these factions it just interchanged, and how you could change everything from just like the slightest of things. Like if you choose to kill another faction soldier, then you get a relationship with them. But if you choose to attack another faction farm, then you obviously lose relationship. And it's all categories right here for you to see who you're in favorable terms with and who you're not. Right now, I'm in Sheik territory, which is like very. They're like they look like let's see, look like this pretty much. These are the Sheik, and they are very much like warlike tribe, and they love to get into fights and attack. Think pretty much the Spartans are the Sheik warriors. So with this game being so massive, have so much story, have so much backing, so much background, it is just like it's something that you would have to really dive into. And getting money together, I cheated the money, but getting money into the game is just like it's a really fun and interesting thing. And also you get to customize every single one of these characters, so you get to tell them what inventory they have, what stuff. Everything is up to you. You put everything together. Now, after a while, it might seem like, oh my god, I have like 200 people. How the fuck am I going to, divvy out resources and all that? Well, there's no set feature to do that. You're just gonna have to figure it out. But it's easier if they're in a base because you can assign people jobs. As you can see right here, you can just assign them a job to do, and they'll just do that until like something interrupts it. So it's like coding for example. It's just really fun, or not fun. It's really precise. So you tell someone to mine a rock, and then the next person gets the rock from the mined rock or the mined ore, and then he brings it to this machine, the refinery, and then the guy at the refinery starts refining the material into like an iron plate. And that guy brings it to the storage room, and then the process repeats up until you make the entire storage room filled with iron plates, and then you go to the village and you sell all the iron plates you made, and you get all the money. Now that is a great way to make money, but it's also very hard because now you have to protect your town from raids, attacks, bandits, and a whole bunch of other people who want to see you suffer. This game, even when you think it's getting easier, it doesn't get easier. It just gets harder. Now, I'm going to try to show you some of the combat in the game and some of the combat animations. Ignore the lag, it's loading a little bit. This game is very much also have the lightsaber mod in there, but anyway, this game is very buggy still. I don't know if that's because of all the mods I have installed, but it was still pretty buggy even without all the mods I have. It's just a very rough game to have to a rough game to play, because there's just a lot of things going on at one time that it would be impossible for you to just for it to run extremely smoothly all the time. So you walk around by holding right click, as you can see, or just pressing right click. You can have someone loot inventory, attack with right click. Everything you do is pretty much with right click. But the key features of the game is that I already stated, and some of the drawbacks, some of the comebacks of this game are obviously the fact that it's very buggy, even though it has been released. Now, this could be, like I said, because of all the mods I have, but it's still pretty buggy even without all the mods. And another thing that also makes this a very, you know, buggy game is that, like, something so slight could go very wrong very fast. So if, for example, you run too fast in this game and you're trying to load the other area on extreme fast or like extreme speed, then you're gonna crash the game. You sneeze in the wrong direction and you crash this game. So you have to be very careful while playing this game because it just, you know, it just very easily upset. But it's a very fun game. Out of all the cons I think I would have about this game, I think that's the biggest one. It just very easily crashed, and I think they could have done a little bit more with how you interact with kingdoms and how they interact with you. I think that is kind of lacking. The diplomacy side is a little bit lacking in my opinion, but it is not bad. It still offers you to do a lot of things that you normally wouldn't be able to do in like any other game. This game is very, very unique in that sense. And as you can see, you can move your entire party with one button if you wanted to. And since this guy is knocked down right here, you can even tell a party member to just pick his ass up and drag his ass along. Let's go, bitch. So as you can see that, you can also do that. There's a lot of things you can do in this game. It's just incredible. Now it would be horrible if I went ahead and spoiled all the things you can like do, like all the alliances you can make, all the things that make this game really, really fun, because you know that's the point of this game: exploration, finding it yourself, just like going somewhere and just reading up all the dialogue and the lore and everything. Like sometimes you're obviously gonna have to go into the Steam discussion page and figure out something, because God, this game is just complex as all hell. And you know, finding new locations. Like I'm excited to just go down here and explore this area to see what the hell is down here. I'm excited for that. Or like, you know, finally getting rid of the cannibals in this area, because there's actually ways for you to get rid of a whole faction to just die, a whole faction to just fall off the planet, and for other factions to actually go into that area and take it over. This game does that perfectly. And overall, I'd say this game is a solid 8 out of 10. It would be higher if it wasn't for the faction problems, or the not the faction the diplomacy problems, where how little diplomacy there is, or how much it crashes, how easily it crashes, how buggy it is. And you know, the base game is fun, don't get me wrong, but you know, the mods are like really also something that brings this game together. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's like Bethesda games where you need mods to make this game fun. You don't need mods to make this game fun. You can play this game in vanilla mode and it can be just as fun, just like that. I just like to add a little things like Reactive World, for example. I have that mod installed and I think it's just amazing for what it does. It just really brings the gameplay together. And as you can see, this group of like 5 people just kicked the shit out of my entire army of school, or 6 people just kicked the shit out of my entire squad, just like that. Like they were just a bunch of bitch ass niggas, and they just treated my whole squad with just a whole bunch of disrespect. See that? This is how hard this game is. This man could kick anybody's ass on a 1, but they jumped his ass and they kicked his ass. So you know, there's not a lot of things you can do. You just have to reload the game and try again. But you know, that's what makes this game fun. This is what, you know, brings this game together. This is what makes the game what it is. And I love it for that. So, thank you for watching. Like I said, I highly recommend this game if you're into games like this, just exploring and getting to know the character without it, feeding it to you like a baby. This is a very, very fun game, and I really do enjoy it. And I hope you do too if you choose to check it out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like if you liked the video, comment if you have any questions on the game at all. I would love to answer them. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. It would really help me, and I would appreciate it a lot because I'm trying to get up to 100 subscribers. So if you could help in any way, please. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.